Check, check. Yeah, what up, players? Welcome to another episode of the Ravens RPO presented by the Player One Podcast. I'm your host, Tyrone Jr., aka Hollywood Champa. If this is your first time tuning in, what up, player? This if you've been here before and you decided to return. Welcome back, player. I appreciate you all, man. It's playoffs, baby. We here. I told y'all we was gonna be here. And we the kings of the north. Yeah, knew that was coming. I got bet slips in Vegas waiting for me to cash out. I told them. I ain't trying to hold y'all too long, man. Look, quick rundown of these episodes. What I do is I give you a three-play breakdown from our previous matchup, and then I look ahead and move forward to our upcoming matchup, and I give you three-play breakdowns on them and their game. And I just pretty much try to give you my thoughts and my predictions on how things will go. I've been doing great thus far. It's not too late to join the bandwagon, man. Just ride with me. Player One Podcast. Let's get this going though. So we owed the Browns. We played the Browns this past week to close out the season. We needed the victory to take first place in our division and get home field advantage for this first round in the playoffs. We lost to the Browns the first time they were. This is when they started Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston hasn't is nowhere to be found. He's exposed himself of not being what everybody wants. He's fun. He's a great guy. He's great to have in your locker room, but he's not a winning quarterback. He throws too many interceptions. So we lost to this team the first go round because we dropped three interceptions. Our defense was still shaky. Since then, we've come together. We have turned things up. Our defense is still on the climb. They've been getting better and better. They're looking like a playoff or championship defense. Defense wins championships. At the beginning of the season, I was so shaky. I was like, no way this offense can carry the team on its own. But the way the defense has been playing, I have hope. I have faith. I think we can do it. Signs of a great defense, of a championship defense are right here. I'm going to play these two plays back to back. The Browns were early in the game. They're trying to, a lot of football games, a lot of it is is won. A lot of these games are won in the trenches. The trenches are where the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman meet. Pretty much that initial push off the ball. If your guys can be better than our guys and push our guys off the ball and move it from the inside. But this was a sign, this was a statement call from both sides of the ball, but mainly the Browns trying to show, hey, we're not worried about y'all. We're going to run the ball. 3rd and 1. Here we go. They go in motion. It shows it's man over top. That's just, for a play like this, that's just nonsense. That's a timing thing. Just to, get the see if the defense will move off of that. But the play call was to hand the ball off and get these few inches right here to get the first down. Watch what we do.
The back need about a foot here. He's
Uh-uh.
got the football.
Uh-uh.
He's got nothing.
Uh-uh.
Roquan Smith
We ate that
tackling
up.
at the
You see what I'm saying? Then they say, oh nah, they're not gonna stop us 2 times in a row. It's hard for a defense to get 2 stops for less than a yard. Look at that. Less than a yard. They need to get right here. They're right there. It's hard. But here we go. Let's see what they do.
they need more than they needed last time. Full yard.
Oh, they do the fake. Let's see. Our defense, and we got that initial push off the ball. Look at these guys. They pushed them back. It's a good look for our end. But now it's shaky because plays like this can turn into big plays. If you don't get to this quarterback, you're leaning forward trying to worry about this 1 yard. The players in the back, the cornerbacks and the safeties, they can get caught slipping. Watch this.
Here. Zappia looking to throw for it. Lobs it down the
Ah, Marlowe. Marlon
Get the
Humphrey has
ball
been
in
playing
as, Jerry
his
Jeudy, the
tail off
receiver,
all
Marlon
season, man.
Humphrey.
It was a rough start, but that was because our defense was shaky. But our defense has found a flow, found a position, because Marlowe's coming off of a foot injuries and such. So he lost a step, and he's getting older, so he's not as quick, but he is a great player. We've moved him around. Now he's like a safety slash outside linebacker. slash slot cornerback, depending on the if we're in zone and such. But he's just too smart. His IQ is too high. He's too great of a player to not be on that field. And we don't want him to get exposed, so we stopped sending him on these one-on-one coverages with the star receivers. We learned the hard way when Jamar Chase had every stat possible and the highest number you could get in the game. He like set a record for a single game stats against Marlon Humphrey. But it's all good. That's my dog. We still want him on the field. We need him working. So we found a spot, put him where he needs to be, and now he's been making plays ever since. Let's move forward. So the thing about this Steelers offense, they have two really good running backs. And my biggest fear is, I mean, to win playoff games, you got to be able to run the ball. You have to be able to run the ball. Uh, here we go. Sorry. You have to be able to run the ball. Oh, this, I jumped ahead. My bad, y'all. Okay. Refresh for the TikTok. Okay, so to win playoff games, you have to be able to run the ball. Our offense, at this point, I think we have lost Zay Flowers. Yes, he was down to injury. So now we are looking less aggressive as a passing attack, and now we kind of have to rely on the run game. Um, Usually in plays like this, it would be Zay Flowers who motions across, but it's Rashad Bateman. So him motioning across is not much of a threat because with Zay Flowers, we may give him the ball. Earlier in this game, through this motion, we gave Zay the ball and he got upfield and got it. It was a first down and then some. But now Zay's not in the game, so these play calls don't look the same when it's not Zay running in motion. The defense can kind of chill, like, oh, we're not worried about him. You could give him the ball. He's not fast. He can run routes crazy, but come when it comes to like end arounds, giving him the ball like this, he's not that quick to get around the defense. But we still gonna run a play call. The play is to run the ball. Right here, you see, we have two tight ends in the game. When you have two, they're to show that we're here to. I mean, we look like a heavy offense. We're here to push you guys back and run the ball. We have Derrick Henry. Right here, we send him in motion to open up this side of the field. We see that they're in man.
He
Watch
went
this.
down to Georgia and coordinated the
So
both.
he follows him across. Now look at all this space over here. And usually when you're on this side of a quarterback in a shotgun, the handoff is to send you the opposite direction. So these guys kind of should have cheated over a little more.
Dogs offense. Then when
And man, he's still chasing him. Now it's a numbers game. Now we got these guys on the inside. Let's work.
back to back
He goes upfield because you got to worry about Lamar Jackson, the MVP.
national
And now
championships.
look, it's
Henry
simple
oh,
cutback.
is
I'm gonna go
loose.
back. I'm gonna go back.
Back to back national
Whoop.
championships. Henry is
It's
loose.
just
Big fella hurdling people and banging out across.
it's unfair for a defense when you have to shed off a blocker and then try to make the tackle. When you are outnumbered like they were, we dissected them before the play. We beat them before the play. All it was a matter was execution by everybody getting your man and getting in front of him so Derrick Henry can run past you guys. Beautiful, beautiful play right there. Great play call. This last play of this game right here, before I move on to the next matchup, I want to shout out.
Jerry
Uh,
ducks down. Now their DNA has been more than.
all right, 4th and 4. They're in trips. My coaching philosophy, my personal, me who's not a professional coach. I will lay my resume out here for you guys. I've coached little league football for 3 years. I played in high school. I was a beast. Um, I did not play in college, but I've been around football my whole life. And I'm gonna just add, I did not play in college because I thought I was worthy of a bigger school, but the schools that wanted me were not. as big as I imagined, so I didn't want to go play. So I was like, nah, I'm just gonna go be a student and enjoy the campus lifestyle and all that. So I could have played college ball, but I didn't want to put my body through that because that stuff hurts, man. I was a linebacker. CTE. I already got it. I'm not trying to make it worse by playing more football. So whatever. Let's go. Right here, my coaching philosophy. When they're in trips, I like to go zone just because I don't want my defenders running into each other when these guys run all these crisscross routes around each other. Uh, but we play this play perfectly, and I'm gonna shout out our linebacker Chris Board right here. So he's covering a tight end, but this defense right here, it's a mix up. We always like to mix things up, which is beautiful. We mix things up. You don't know who's blitzing, who's not. We have all these guys lined up close, so the quarterback has to worry about that because if he doesn't and the lineman misses a block, it's going to be a sack. And we've had quite a few sacks this game. We were going crazy. The quarterback was under pressure the whole game. So
And
right here,
anybody else really
Chris Board.
exposing them. Ravens trying to get a fourth down.
It's there he is. He's right there. I knew it was
Stop.
something. Hold on, let
Zappi
me
been
reset.
more than
Where is he? Oh, he's right here. There he is. He's on the inside of Kyle Van Noy. So our linemen are one, two, three, four. He as a linebacker, it's in man coverage, so his man looks to be the running back. This guy's man with the tight end. Roquan looks like he's free to roam. And then man, man, and man. Here we
and
go.
anybody else really exposing them.
So he's watching the running back.
Ravens trying to get
He sees the running back ain't really going nowhere.
a fourth down.
So he stops and he cheats. He's like, okay, this quarterback hasn't looked anywhere else but this side. So he watches. This is a high IQ play right here, but you just got to make the play. And he cheats back across.
Stop. Zappi.
Oh, the quarterback doesn't see him.
Cross the
Oh, you got to
now.
catch that,
Covering
Chris.
across to break the play.
You got to
Breakout
catch
stop.
that.
Their DNA has
You
been
got to catch that.
more than
Right here,
anybody
right
else
here. Let's
really
watch it in fast
exposing
motion.
them. Ravens trying
Uh
to get
huh,
a
uh
fourth
huh. He
down
sees that. Oh,
stop.
no.
Zappi.
Oh, my
Finally gets
gosh.
it up.
That's a pick
Cutting
six.
across to break the play up was Chris.
You got to get that, dog. That's going to be difference makers. It's fine right here. It was fourth down. We just need a deflection. But starting now with the playoffs, we have to catch all of those type of things. We cannot afford to miss opportunities. I will touch back on that shortly. Miss opportunities. Teams who make the most of those opportunities tend to be the better teams. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers. We owe these boys another ass whooping. You hear? Just for the history, just for the love of this rivalry, we owe them another ass whooping. We dismantled them the last time we played. They were lost and dazed. Um, they are not at their best. I believe Russell Wilson was a fun idea, a good experiment, but he does not fit in. He is not the guy for this team. They will get better. But right now, they're all in on him. I think when they get a quarterback who can move around a little more, then they will be very scary. But right now with Russ, Dangerous, that's my dog, but he does not work with this team. It's just like not a natural fit. Like the Steelers are a rough and tough type of squad. If you watch Hard Knocks and such, you will see the way Russell moves compared to the way Mike Tomlin, the head coach, moves. And it just, they force it. You can see them trying to work together and get along, but it's all forced. This is not going to work. But what this team is really good at doing is running the football. I my biggest fear is that we don't put up points and then it's like a one possession type of game and then they're able to run the ball. Then that's when we're potentially in trouble. I think our team is too good. I think we get up two scores and we get them to have to pass the ball like we did the last time. Our game plan, we just got ahead on the scoreboard, and then they had to drop all the run game. They can't afford to spend time running the ball because this type of offense takes time. You kill the clock and then you score the football and then you leave the other team with not that much time. But our team, we are capable of scoring so quick it's hard for teams to keep up. We tend to run away with it by third quarter, late third quarter when we start getting these extra possessions, fourth quarter, that's when the score looks bad. Even though it may feel close the whole game, but you got to play through all four quarters. And our team is great at pulling away towards the end. So my hopes is that we can get a quick two-score lead, and then they kind of get shaky and go into panic mode. But if they're able to run the ball, you see here they're down 10-0. Not the best look, but their run game, Najee Harris is a dog. I just don't want him to get rolling. Right here, they run a heavy formation with a potential false start. Come on, refs. What are we doing here? Potential false start. Watch this guy jump. Even the lineman calls him out. But just the heavy, honest formation. Everybody's up to the line. It's just man versus man right here. We're going to outpower you guys.
Had success against this Cincinnati defense
Hey,
the last
hey,
time
hey,
these two
ref.
teams
You
met.
jumped.
Najee Harris bends it back.
And
Cuts
then
upfield.
my thing with Najee Harris is the way he finishes his runs. He falls forward every time. As a defense and a defender, those are the worst type of players to tackle because he's already 10 yards up the field and then he's looking for more contact. Like, yo, you already got the yards. What you want right now?
Steelers.
CTE.
They
But watch this. Watch this guy. He gonna jump.
had success against this
Hey,
Cincinnati
you
defense
can't
the last
move.
time these two
Hey,
teams met.
whatever.
Najee Harris bends it back.
Ugh.
Cuts upfield.
And then, as another sign, just to show dominance, it's just a minor mind games. He steps over him like this, like that's extra. But that's Najee Harris. He's a dog. I hope he leaves the Steelers one day. Here we go. Next play. Russell Wilson. He is a good quarterback. He can lead you far enough. He's not going to go above and beyond, but he can lead you, you know, to a postseason as he has done. Right here, it's just a matter of they got four receivers, the most the most basic type of formation for a quarterback. This is where you get the defense to kind of show themselves. Right here, all he does, this team, Russell Wilson loves to throw these target routes where they want you to just get to the chains. Whatever the yard mark is 10 yards. Get 11 or 12 yards upfield and get to the outside. He's good at throwing the ball over there. So right here in this formation, these two are gonna run. He's gonna run a fly, and then he's gonna run a out or up and out. But he's going for the first down marker. The defenders right here, this guy, it's his fault that this play works. They say they're running quarters right here. After watching the replay, they say they're running quarters, but it also comes off as man. So watch this guy and watch this throw.
Sees the crease. He's able to get some good yards, pick up the first down.
Sorry, I said watch this guy, and then they run off the screen. This is the problem with the NFL. When you are within 25, 30 yards, turn the camera so we can see the end zone and we can see upfield. We have to wait. This is my biggest frustration. We don't know what's going on. So as fans, we have to watch and wait and hope. Oh, he's throwing the ball. Look, he's in the throwing motion. We have no idea what's going on upfield. I hate this. I want to turn the camera so we can see. Oh, this guy done got open somehow. Watch, the replay will show it. But this is so frustrating, man. Turn the camera.
It's the longest rush of the game. Wide
Out and up.
open is Freiermuth.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They're back in it.
Watch.
Seeing now, that was a good drive.
Yeah, it was. They play quarters coverage to this side.
Quarters coverage means you have two cornerbacks and then two safeties. They split the field into fours, quarters. So you will have, like, from the numbers, maybe a little inside the numbers, and out for 28. 27 will have the numbers and inside to the halfway point of the field. And then it's the same thing. They mirror it on the other side. Right here, though, if it's quarters, you can't lock in on a player. You have to keep your eye, when you're in zone, you have to get your eyes on the quarterback because this is your best bet to get an interception. You got to be able to play the ball.
And that's the weakness.
Look, you can't turn around. What are you doing chasing him? As he turns his back, this guy runs out. And if he has his eyes on the ball and upfield, he can make a play on this ball. But he turned his back. Look, they crossed. It's too
vertical, he
late. You're
ties up both
killed.
the corner.
So that's why I think it was man, because he stuck with his guy. I think it was a man coverage. The guy said quarters, but if it's quarters, that guy blew his coverage. If it's man, that safety was playing too soft and he didn't break on the ball. That's all it is. Last play. And this, when it comes to playing this team, when it comes to playing this Steelers team, they are usually great at somehow making a play to take the ball away. Uh, it's things that you just feel like, man, the football guys are playing with me right now. How did that happen? Plays like this, they're down 5 points, 4th and 1. You could almost put the game away with your next possession if you are the Bengals. All you have to do is field the punt, catch the punt. They're punting the ball to you, and it's going to be great field position. So maybe 2 first downs, and the clock, you done killed a lot of this clock, and then maybe a field goal. Oh, that's ball game. But right here, look at this, man.
His work to that side, and he's your best receiver.
Not the greatest punt.
Waitman on this wing.
Watch it. The ball is hard to see here, but the ball hits this guy, and then the Steelers are able to recover the ball. So they go up the field 60 yards on a free play.
Knight hits one that
Look,
might have hit one of the
they were
Bengals.
just on their own 20-yard line. Now they're getting the ball on the 38-yard line in scoring range. These are the difference makers. The Steelers, it just happens for them. Um, all great teams capitalize on that. If you get that opportunity and you don't get the ball, you're probably going to lose the game. But that little play right there can be all of the difference maker. Their offense obviously wasn't working. They went 3 and out on their own 20-yard line. So they had just started that drive, couldn't get the ball moving at all because it was 4th and 10 when they punted. And then you just give them another chance, but way closer to the end zone. You can't have stuff like that. You just can't. You can't give up plays like that. This is playoff, man. It gets sticky. It's getting sticky. That's gonna be it for this episode, though. I appreciate y'all who tuned in. Everyone who's tuned in so far, leave a comment. If you stuck around, please leave a comment. Comments mean a lot. I'm getting comments on social media about the episodes. I love that. I appreciate it. But if you can leave these type of comments on the YouTube, on the TikToks, because it'll help when it comes to new viewers, new followers. Like, you telling me it's love. I love you for telling me. I appreciate that. But I need the outsiders who are thinking about tuning into this episode. I need them to see the positive feedback. Like, oh, okay, people are enjoying this content. So if you could do that for me, please, I'd appreciate that. But that's gonna be it, man. Ravens RPO. I will make an episode, win or lose. If we lose, the next episode will be the last of the season. I don't think we lose. I think we handle these boys again, and I can't wait. But if we lose, I will make an episode and I will talk about what happened, and that's how we'll close the season. But I have faith that we win by at least 2 scores. At least 2 scores, meaning more than 8 points. It's gonna be at least 9 points. Yeah. Ravens RPO. I appreciate y'all, man. For real.